Thank you, Dan, for taking time to meet with us. Jasmine, you have some questions for him?
So we were wondering, what university did you go to?
I went for graduate school. I went to USC. For undergraduate, I went to Pace University, which is a private school in New York.
Nice. And what did you major in?
Undergraduate major was accounting. I have a bachelor's degree in accounting, and then I received my MBA from USC.
Nice. And what are some of the responsibilities that you have here at Fox Sports?
Oh boy. Well, my title here is Vice President of Finance for Fox Sports Media Group. I oversee some of the national properties, namely the Big Ten Network, all of the digital properties, Home Team Sports, which is our national advertising arm, Fox College Sports, Speed International, and a couple other smaller things that I won't mention. So I'm responsible for financial oversight of those businesses, so I work closely with the GMs of the businesses and provide any type of financial support that the GM needs. I'm also responsible for corporate reporting.
So is there anything you don't do?
No, there are lots of things that I don't do.
Okay.
Cool, cool. So why did you choose accounting as a major?
Oh boy. When I was a small kid, my father told me that he wanted me to study accounting in college one day. He didn't go to school. My dad was, he was ex-military, became a New York City police officer, didn't go to college. I was the first person in my family that went to college. We're a family of Italian immigrants. Actually Italian and Russian immigrants. So he planted the seed at a young age and taught me that accounting would provide me with a foundation to build off of.
Yeah.
So a base of business skills to build off of. And then I chose Pace University because Pace is one of the best accounting schools in the country. It's known for accounting, nursing, and law. And actually junior year, I'm not going to lie, I struggled in accounting. Math was never my thing. So I struggled with my accounting and finance classes. And my junior year, I came home from school one day and I told my father I wanted to leave school and take the New York City police exam. And he wasn't pleased with that.
Yeah.
So I stayed in school. And I worked hard and made it through, passed the CPA exam, which was difficult. Again, math never came easy for me.
Yeah.
And the CPA exam, you have to memorize a lot of stuff for the exam. And I don't have one of those photographic memories, so just hard work. Anyway, that's why I chose accounting, give me a longer answer than you want.
And how long have you been in this field of work?
Let's see, I graduated in '91. I started in public accounting with a firm in New York. Moved out here, became a financial analyst in the healthcare industry. And then a chance encounter with someone from Geffen Records led me to become Associate Director of Finance with Geffen Records. So I went from public accounting to financial analyst in the healthcare industry to entertainment in the record industry. That was a lot of fun working for Geffen Records back in the 90s. And then from there, progressed through various entertainment companies and finally landing at Fox 8 years ago.
Cool.
And what are some of the duties that you have on a daily basis?
Some of the duties I have on a daily basis. You know, every day is different, and we are beholden to a calendar. So I have daily duties, I have monthly responsibilities, I have quarterly forecasting responsibilities, I have annual budgeting responsibilities. So on an average day, I'm dealing with fires. So approval of projects, so capital projects, the Big Ten Network or the digital group may have a capital project that they want to launch. So that'll go through an approval process. So I'll be part of that approval process. I have a staff in Chicago, and I have a staff here. So daily interactions with my staff to just deal with any sort of hot topics of the day. Give you another example. Today, one thing that came up is we have a sales inventory order and tracking system in Chicago with the Big Ten Network. So we're analyzing how effective and efficient that system is, and looking at the possibility of going in a different direction with that system, maybe replacing it with something else. So that involved several discussions today. Also, we're kicking off our annual budget process. So several discussions today around budget and timing and deliverables and who's going to do what. And, we also have a forecast process that has started. We'll wrap up first week of March. So we do 3 forecasts a year. This is our 3rd forecast for this fiscal year. So we're starting to get organized around the timing of those deliverables.
And overall, what would you say are some of the pros and cons of having this job?
The pros and cons of having the job. Well, this particular job,
Or just accounting or anything like that, mainly.
Well, I guess there are 3 different things to consider when you're thinking about what you want to do. There's what you like, what you do well, and what pays well. I don't know if you've ever heard me give this spiel. You have. So you can fall asleep. It goes off if you want.
I'll check out.
So you might be good at something, but it may not pay well, and you might not like it. Just because you're good at something doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna like it. And you may like doing something. I like playing basketball, but I'm 5'8", right? So you want to find something that's in that sweet spot that connects all of those 3 things. Anyone looking at getting into accounting and finance, I would say if you want to get into finance, think about what you want to do. Are you looking you want to get into the corporate world, work in the corporate finance department? Do you want to work on Wall Street? Do you want to become a financial analyst, maybe with a research firm, or do you want to get into investment banking? You got to think long and hard about where your interests lie, and then sort of back up from there. The nice thing about accounting is accounting provides you with the foundational skills, the debits and credits, understanding how to read a balance sheet and income statement, how to do a journal entry, right? Accounts payable, accounts receivable. That's why auditing is so valuable. I spent time as an auditor. Those skills are transferable. So you can go into other areas, right? You can run a business because you have an accounting background, right? You understand the debits and the credits. You understand how a P&L and a balance sheet work. If you don't have those skills, then you're going to struggle if you're running a business or asked to run a business or thinking about running a business. 1/3, I think the last I saw was 1/3 of corporate CEOs come out of finance, more than any other area of a company. Second is sales. But more CEOs are former finance people than anything else, and that tells you a lot. If you're going to run a company, you better understand how to read a set of financial statements. So the other positive thing with accounting is there are different ways you can go. Get into a corporate accounting department. Like we have some folks here in our corporate accounting department. Been here for a long time. They're really good at what they do. Some of them come out of public accounting, right? Some people go to public accounting and they use it as a stepping stone to a corporate job. Some people climb the ranks and become partners in public accounting firms. You can become a CPA if you enjoy public. There are a lot of different ways to go, but it's foundational. Is it fun? It's work. You know, we're not playing baseball. We're not hosting Dancing with the Stars. We don't have to host the radio drive time on 98.7. So the work itself is satisfying. It's the people that make the job fun, right? The culture of the company, right? Who you work for and who you work with, who works for you. I love my staff. I have great people who work underneath me. I enjoy who I work with. And I work for a company, Fox, that treats us very, very well. So probably a long answer, but a short question.
Long answer, but good answer.
Yeah, interesting.
And that brings us to our next question. A lot of people think that accounting or accountants are pretty boring. What do you think about that? Is that true? Is that not true?
Of course it's true. Look at me.
I don't know. Look at you. I think you have fun here at work.
No, I don't think you can. I don't think you can paint accountants with a broad brush like that. I don't think it's fair. I'm a Virgo, so I'm detailed. Does that mean I was destined to be an accountant?
No.
When you know, plumbers. I'm sure there are fun plumbers. I'm sure there are dull plumbers. I'm sure there are extrovert plumbers and introvert plumbers. Salespeople. You know, not all salespeople are gregarious, outgoing, extroverted people. We have, you know, Home Team Sports, for example, our sales arm. We have over 100 different salespeople, and no two are the same, right? All different personalities, right? But I don't think you could look at a discipline and say, you know, it's fun or it's not fun, or the people in the profession are fun or not fun. I mean, you can look at the NFL or Major League Baseball, and you know, you see some of these guys interviewed, and you're like, wow, the guy's got a lot of charisma. And then there's another interview. Look at Marshawn Lynch,
Yeah.
right? You know, not much personality there. But then you interview somebody else like a Richard Sherman, who's gregarious and outgoing, and you kind of never know what he's going to say.
Yeah.
And the guy went to Stanford, so he's no dummy.
Yeah.
He just says the wrong thing sometimes. But no, accountants aren't. Some accountants are dull. I'm sure we have plenty of those here. Some accountants are fun. We have plenty of those here. I'm sorry, my phone's ringing. Turn that off. Okay.
Well, I think we got kind of what we needed. Any other questions you might have?
And that's it.
That's it. Thank you.
That's
Thank you
it?
so much.
Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay, that was the first take. Should we do another one?
Let's do another one.